Welcome back to the Ricoh Coliseum. The Toronto Marlies teeing it up here on Star Wars night, as they will do so in front of Antoine Bibeau, who played last night in Syracuse, boarded the bus with the rest of the team, and finds himself in between the pipes here again tonight.
Yeah, 7-8-3, 2.69, and 902 save percentage, and we talked about it at the top. He's got to start to really get in the zone and help this club, who's now going to be handicapped without having Kapanen in the lineup. They got to cut the goals against down if they want to win. And at the other end of the ice, Linus Ullmark, just back from the Buffalo Sabres, spent the last 2 games there as the backup. And he'll get the crack here to get his team back on track, who've lost consecutive games also. Well, they got a little bit of a flu bug going through the club, so they've had to make some changes. And you're right, Henry playing for the Brampton Beast in the ECHL here. And luckily they've got a team there, as they needed a defenseman, and he steps right in.
Here's Greening coming in. He's got help. He scores! Colin Greening! He looked it off and then put it in.
Well, you called it right there. He looked it off is right, as I think that Ullmark believed that Greening, when he comes in across the line, it's an outnumbered break as he steps around the defense and cuts back in. It's a 3-on-1 essentially coming in, and he fakes like he's going to pass it on his backhand to one of his mates, and I think it freezes Ullmark, and then he just chips it over the left arm of the goaltender for the Rochester Americans, and the Toronto Marlies, on Colin Greening's 6th goal of the year, have jumped out to a 1-0 lead.
Get back, Schneider's trying to center that puck out to Kennedy. Knocking down Smith, and then Smith knocks down Campbell, and now back out it comes to Nelson. He lifts one to the goal, he scores! As he rips a nice one past Antoine Bibeau.
The puck's going to come down below the goal line and up to the point on the pass from Kennedy, and just through a maze of legs as that wrist shot, and it finds its way past Antoine Bibeau, who gets up from it coming down below the goal line, and just a quick wrist shot by Casey Nelson, and it eludes the right pad of Antoine Bibeau, and he gets his 4th goal of the season, and we're all squared at 1 goal apiece.
Dupuis goes back after it. Hall goes for a step, rolls in behind the goal, but allows a change here for the tired legs of the Amerks with less than 5 minutes to play in the 2nd period. Now a giveaway straight out front. Bailey shoots, scores.
And the backhand feed by Moore goes right onto the tape on a good read by Justin Bailey. He picks it up, and the little flash and dash, and goes short side, top shelf under the bar over the glove of Antoine Bibeau. And the Rochester Americans now lead the hockey game 2-1.
With purpose here at the moment. They have Wren trying to move it back up and out. Puck pulled away. Bailey out front, scores! As the giveaway in the Marlies zone ends up in the back of the net. And that has been said more than a couple of times this season.
And again, a little D-to-D play, and it's going to be a turnover where he loses the puck, and that's William Wren. And it's onto the stick of who but Bailey. And here's a guy who's very creative. He's got some great hands, and he makes a terrific pass on the backhand past Nielsen right into the wheelhouse.
Leipzig there, moves it back out, reeling it in. Janssen turns around, puts it over to Dermott, fires it, and now Fraze out front. Leipzig scores! Fraze found Leipzig, and the Marlies draw within 1 with 4:01 left to play.
And he cuts the lead to 3-2, but you're 6-on-5, you got to outnumber them, you take pucks to the goal, and this is just a backhand play. Byron Fraze throwing it towards the goal, and it finds its way through the crease right onto the stick of Brendan Leipzig, and he makes no mistake on the one-time shot. And just like that, the Marlies have closed the gap to 1. We've got ourselves a finish here.
Along for Leipzig, some pressure. Leipzig back across the line, feeds it over to Janssen. Cuts back in, Janssen pushed off it to Corrado. Back down low, Leipzig trying to feed it back in through the middle. Lift it out, and that will do it. Toronto Marlies fall 3-2 to the Rochester Americans and fall further down in the standings.